Nobody thought Dipset drama could go this far until Camron hit post and changed everything. With Jim Jones still locked up, Camron just dropped jaw-dropping proof that Jim was never the villain. He was set up from the start. Secret. Texts, hidden voice notes, and a betrayal that goes way deeper than Harlem ever expected. Now fans are asking who's the real enemy behind the scenes, and can Dipset ever recover? Don't blink, because this story just flipped the script on the whole game. It was supposed to be another wild night in Harlem, cameras flashing, fans chanting Dipset anthems, and the city's OGs gathering backstage like a family reunion. But beneath the surface, tension simmered. Nobody could have guessed what was about to explode across the internet. The footage that went viral was only the beginning. A phone camera captured Jim Jones lunging toward Camron in a cloud of angry voices and shoving hands. Security crew, even some friends, tried to step in, but in that moment, Harlem's favorite sons were enemies. Within minutes, every major blog and social page posted the clip, Dipset fallout. Jim Jones and Camron brawl backstage. Brotherhood broken, Harlem reacts. What really happened between Cam and Jim? But just as the world started blaming Jim, Camron went silent. No tweets, no IG stories, no clapbacks, just radio silence. For Dipset fans, it felt like the end of an era. Until the next morning, when Camron broke the internet with a single video. He was in a dark room, hoodie up, eyes cold. He held up his phone to the camera and said, "They wanted to see us fall, but the truth always wins. Y'all need to see this." He tapped play. On a screen recording, a text conversation popped up, a known number, strange messages. "Jim, don't trust Cam tonight. He moving funny. Don't let him dish you in front of Harlem. If you don't stand up for yourself, they'll never respect you again." Fans froze the video, screenshot every line. Who was sending Jim these texts? Who wanted to see Dipset tear itself apart? The sender's name just showed two initials, TS, and a burner number. But that wasn't all. Camron played a voice. Note muffled but clear enough. "He ain't your brother, Jim. Don't forget what he said about you. Make sure Harlem knows you're not soft." Camron stared straight into the camera. His voice was cold. Somebody fed Jim poison. Somebody wanted this fight, and it wasn't me. Harlem's being played. Within minutes, social media went nuclear. Jim Jones was set up. Who's TS? Is this an inside job? Camron leaking receipts. This Dipset drama just flipped. Bloggers and YouTubers analyzed every second. Fans dug up old footage, old tweets trying to match TS to anyone from Dipset's past. Conspiracy threads popped up, guessing everything from label beefs to street politics. Back in Harlem, the streets buzzed. Barbershops, bodegas, and blocks were full of heated debates. "I told you Jim would never move on, Cam, unless somebody put a battery in his back." Nah, this feels like industry snakes at work. Who wants Dipset gone? Even old Dipset members started feeling the heat. Joel Santana went live, shaking his head. "This ain't what we built. We came from nothing together. There's a snake in the crew. Harlem needs to know." Jim Jones, still locked up and awaiting bail, couldn't speak for himself. His lawyer dropped a statement. "Mr. Jones is innocent of all charges and will prove he was provoked. There's more to this story than what you've seen online." Camron wasn't done. That night he posted another story. A throwback pic of the original Dipset crew, smiling, gold chains shining, captioned, "When loyalty meant something." Below it, a cryptic line. "You always know who your real friends are when the city turns on you." Suddenly, Harlem felt smaller. Fans wondered if Dipset could ever come back from this. Rumors swirled that TS might be an old friend turned enemy, so on, jealous of Cam's recent moves or angry at Jim's new alliances. Twitter was ruthless. This deeper than rap. Somebody's playing chess while everyone else stuck on checkers. Cam got more receipts. It's a wrap for whoever's behind this. But while the world picked sides, Camron dropped one last twist before midnight. He posted a screenshot from a group chat. Names blurred except for one line. "Tonight's the night. Make sure Harlem's watching." He captioned it simply. "Watch your circle. It might be smaller than you think." The message was clear. This wasn't just a fight, it was a setup. A betrayal, and maybe the start of something even darker. As fans waited for more leaks and Harlem braced for fallout. One thing was certain. The real enemy hadn't been revealed yet. And the Dipset story was far from over. The city that raised Dipset couldn't sleep. News vans lined the courthouse as Jim Jones finally made bail, stepping out in a crisp white tee, sunglasses hiding his bloodshot eyes. The crowd split into half, cheering "Free Jim," and half chanting, "Where's the loyalty?" Jim's lawyer pushed through the paparazzi, throwing quick answers. Jim is innocent. He's the real victim here. But as Jim slid into the backseat of a waiting black SUV, his phone lit up with hundreds of missed calls, texts, and a dozen group chat notifications. The most recent was from Camron, a single, chilling voice note. "You know, this wasn't me. You know who played you? Harlem's about to find out too." Inside Dipset's circle, paranoia grew like wildfire. Swell Santana called both men, begging them to meet. "We family, man. Let's talk." No cameras. But trust was dead. Jim's mind replayed the anonymous messages. TS, begging him on, warning him about Camron, promising Harlem respect if he made a move. Late that night, Jim sat in his apartment scrolling through every message. "Don't let Camron walk all over you again. Everybody's watching. Tonight's the night." He tried to trace the number, but it was a burner, dead within hours of the fight. Jim's hands shook with rage and regret. Had he really let an outsider break apart everything he'd built? Meanwhile, Camron's social media army was working overtime. Fans dug into Dipset history, posting old photos and videos. This was the last time we saw TS with the crew. Look at how he's always lurking in the background. A screenshot surfaced of a tour manager with the initials TS, standing just behind Jim in a 2018 backstage pic. The blogs ran wild. Did the Dipset tour manager set Jim up? Was this a long game years in the making? Camron added fuel to the fire. He dropped another video, this time showing a WhatsApp chat with TS, blurry but readable. With TS bragging about putting the battery in Jim's back. "You don't even know what's coming, bro. Harlem gonna eat this up." Suddenly, all eyes turned on TS' real name, Terrence Saunders, a once loyal Dipset road manager turned club promoter. Within hours, Terrence's IG was locked, his phone off, and word on the street was he'd skipped town. But it was too late. Harlem knew the truth. Juelz went live again, face tired, voice shaky. "This is what happens when we let outsiders inside. We trusted people who wanted to see us crash out. Cam and Jim gotta handle this like men, but we gotta remember who we really beefing with." Meanwhile, Harlem's old heads started weighing in. Uncles in barbershops, aunties in nail salons. Everyone had a theory. Jim always was hot-headed, but he ain't dumb. Somebody played him. Cam too slick to get caught like that. That's why he's exposing it all now. Even the media picked sides. Jim Jones, victim or villain? Camron's receipts change everything. Was Dipset destined to break? Or was this the master plan? Jim tried to go live, ready to clear his name, but trolls flooded the comments. "You got played. Where's TS now? You and Cam ever really brothers?" He ended the stream early, posting a black square. To his feed caption, "Sometimes the real enemy ain't outside the crew, it's inside." Meanwhile, Camron was just getting started. That evening, he posted a photo of a Harlem skyline with a simple message: loyalty over everything. You can't break what you didn't build. He tagged Juelz and even Jim, but left TS off the list. Minutes later, a burner account posted an audio clip, Terrence Saunders' voice, nervous and rambling. "Man, I didn't want all this. I just needed Jim to stand up for himself. I never thought it would go this far. The streets went wild. Now everybody wanted answers. Was Terrence working alone? Or did he have help? Was he paid by a rival label? Or was this personal revenge? As night fell, rumors hit every blog. A rival label might have offered TS money to blow up Dipset's reunion tour. Other crews had. Jim sat alone thinking about the brotherhood that once made him invincible, now ripped apart by a snake hiding in plain sight. His last call of the night was to Camron. The phone rang. Once, twice, straight to voicemail. He left a message, voice thick with pain. Cam, if you ever trusted me, you know I never wanted this. We got played. Harlem deserves the truth, no matter who gets hurt. The blogs and the block had their theories, but only Camron and Jim knew how deep the wounds went. Tomorrow, Cam promised one last leak proof of the real mastermind. And maybe the only chance at saving Dipset's legacy, as Harlem waited. One thing was clear. Betrayal hurts worst when it comes from family. But sometimes the truth is, then. Only way to heal. Dawn broke over Harlem with an electric tension in the air. Every corner from the Apollo to the corner, bodegas buzzed with anticipation. Even people who'd never cared about Dipset were glued to their phones, waiting for Camron's final drop. The city hadn't slept, and for the first time in years, Harlem felt united, deaf only for the drama. At noon, Camron scheduled an Instagram Live. Within minutes, over 100,000 fans joined, bloggers, rappers, old heads, young kids, even rivals. The screen flickered as Camron appeared, hoodie up, gold chains gleaming, the skyline behind him. His eyes were hard, but his voice was calm. First off, let me say I never wanted it to go like this. Me and Jim, we came up together, made history together. Harlem loved us because we gave M real. But the truth is somebody wanted to see us destroy each other. And they almost got what they wanted. He paused. Scrolling through files on his phone last night, I got the last piece of the puzzle. A bank transfer straight from a rival label sent to Terrence Saunders. 5 racks labeled consulting fee. The same week Dipset's tour fell apart. And the same week, Jim got them weird messages. He held up screenshots for all to see. The transfer receipt, the WhatsApp chat with TS bragging, they paid. Me, bro, I made it happen. A final voice memo, as long as Cam and Jim beef, they can't ever run Harlem again. The city's up for grabs. The comments went crazy. It was a setup from outside the whole time. Harlem played for a bag. Nah, that's foul. This is bigger than Dipset, it's about the city. Camron looked into the camera, his voice breaking for the first time. Jim, you my brother. We both made mistakes. But Harlem don't belong to the snakes. We let one outsider play us, but I'm done playing. The real ones know the truth now. He ended the live with a single line. Family over fame. Harlem forever. The streets RESPO and D-word spread faster than fire in the Bronx. Barbershops erupted. Dudes who'd picked sides now shook hands, debating if Camron and Jim could ever fix things. If they real, they'll squash it. Harlem needs them together. Nobody wins if the city stays divided. Joel Santana posted a throwback video. Him, Cam, and Jim rapping on a rooftop, laughing. Caption, we built this together. Don't let the fake ones tear it down. Other OGs and even young drill rappers chimed in, some offering respect. Others warning that outside money had always tried to control Harlem's narrative. And then, out of nowhere, Jim Jones finally broke his silence. Jim Jones speaks. Apology and RSCONCLAIT. EON. Jim went live. No entourage, no filter, just pain and honesty. Harlem, I'm sorry. To my fans, to my crew, to Cam, I let my anger take the wheel when I should have been smarter. I let a snake whisper in my ear and I hurt my own. You only get one family. I'm done. letting outsiders break us apart. He wiped his eyes, voice. Thick Cam, you've always been my brother, even when we clashed. Harlem ain't never been about fake drama, it's about standing together. I want to fix what's broken. Let's meet. No cameras, no crowds. Harlem needs us to lead, not bleed. The comments went wild heart emojis, salute signs. Even rivals urging them to reconnect. The legacy lives that night, Harlem witnessed something no one expected. A black SUV pulled up in front of a legendary Harlem restaurant. Camron stepped out, followed by Jim Jones. No cameras, no security, just two brothers walking side by side. Word spread in minutes. Onlookers snapped blurry photos, but nobody interrupted. This was bigger than content. This was for the culture by midnight. Dipset posted a single photo to their shared account. Camron and Jim Jones, arm in arm, smiling for the first time in weeks. Caption, legends fight, but real. One's always come home. Harlem forever. Dipset for life. The world reacts, the internet lost its mind. Dipset reunited, Harlem wins. Never let a snake break your circle. This is the story every rap crew needed to see. Podcasts analyze the drama, calling it the realest reconciliation. In hip-hop history, young artists posted tribute freestyles. Even rivals in Brooklyn and Queens gave props, saying only Harlem could turn beef into a lesson. The hashtag family over fame trended for days. And in the end, Dipset's legacy wasn't the brawl or the betrayal, but the comeback, proving that loyalty, truth, and forgiveness will always be more viral than any fight. Epilogue: The Dipset. Lessa Soanjim and Camron appeared together on Hot 97 a week later, joking, arguing, but united. They told the world, check your circle. Don't let outsiders break what you built. The city's watching. The youth are watching. And Harlem, we are good. For Dipset, the story wasn't about drama. It was about how even when loyalty gets twisted, the real ones find their way back. And Harlem, it stayed legendary. This wasn't just a story about betrayal. This was about brotherhood, loyalty, and second chances. Do you think Camron and Jim Jones made the right move by reuniting? Would you be able to forgive if you got set up like they did? Okay. And who do you think was the real mastermind behind the scenes? Sound off in the comments. Should Dipset drop a new track together to prove Harlem is stronger than ever? Family more important than fame? House needs to fix their circle before it's too late. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for the wildest hip-hop stories. Real drama and Harlem's untold truths, first and only on this channel. Your voice could be the spark that keeps the Dipset legacy alive. So go ahead, drop your opinion below, and let Harlem know how you feel.